outside, trying to keep a balance between the natural light on the window, the rain on the window, and the city outside the window. So it's a pretty complicated, this is one of the most complicated composite mats in the picture, because even the city outside will be a number of elements. It'll be the city, foreground miniatures, which are 1 inch to the foot scale. It'll be half-inch to the foot scale miniatures beyond that, 1/4 inch to the foot scale miniatures beyond that, a painted backing beyond that, and in between you and it, maybe 6 or 8 other spinners all maneuvering that are all optically superimposed together. So the plate that'll be out the window here alone will probably consist of maybe a dozen film elements all composited together.
Collaborative art has always fascinated me. Traditionally, we believe that when we read a book or when we hear a song, that we are subject intimately to the thoughts and feelings of a single individual. They nudge us, our mind and our emotions, ever so slightly in the direction that they want us to be in. And it is this slow tugging in of the brain that makes us feel comfortable. Collaborative art, however, that of the less commercialized variant anyway, aims to instead dissolve this coziness. In a band there might be a band leader, and in a film there's usually a director, but they don't control the entire creative process. Their input is used to mold that which is shapeless and that which is bound by form into one entity, one single piece of art. An album, a film, or perhaps a video game. It is video games which exist in another sphere entirely from those other mediums. In a film, I watch as the events unfold in front of me. I have no control, not even a pretended one, over the threads of fate that are spun. This also means that if I wish to, I can relax back in my chair, close my eyes, and let the sounds of an album wash over me. Or that I could be writing this very text while watching a movie. And I could turn it off at any moment, knowing full and well that the story is already told, that the echoes have already reached every corner of the world, and that I am simply a bystander to something greater. With video games, however, I can't do the same. Here, I am not the observer, not the listener. A video game demands my full attention, as if I were personally responsible for how the threads of fate are spun, for who lives, for who dies, for how things turn out, for everyone, for an entire universe, as small as it may be. I solve the puzzles that are laid out in front of me, defeat those who try to inhibit my journey, overcome obstacles meant to test my mind and my reflexes, and bear witness, at times, to unspeakable beauty and silencing horrors, all in service to a simple goal. I want to beat the game. But while I am guiding a lost child through a forest, through fields of wheat, through industrial ruins and abandoned laboratories, all of which are far beyond my grasp as a mere human, I begin to understand that it is not me who is guiding, but that it is me who is being guided, by an intangible voice, by an invisible light. My shapeless thoughts and feelings, my form-bound desire to overcome another challenge, to give my shapeless mind some release into the physical world, is being guided by those who have studied me and those like me. They have studied the art of guidance and now seek to test what they have learned upon not just me, but thousands, if not millions of other souls who are drawn by this intangible voice that beckons them to find purpose in overcoming yet another set of obstacles, another challenge. I think of myself perhaps as smart enough to look at the others who were before me in just the same way as those creators do, for I have studied them as well. But in the end, the desire to win overcomes my mind. The desire to yet again fulfill one purpose and to then find a new one is just too strong. So I let myself be drawn to them, to everyone else who has shared the same fate, the same experience, to everyone who has come before me and to everyone who will come after me, in order to join them. Joined now as a collective, we may thrash around, give our anger an outlet, try in vain to destroy this labyrinthian charade that always lures us back in, every time, without fail. But in the end, all is for naught, and instead we will be in the spotlight once again, a mass of minds, of experiences to be studied, so that there may be yet another challenge, another journey to give us purpose in an everlasting cycle. And as we realize this, we lay there, in silence, knowing that if we die, we revive, that if we beat the game, it just restarts, like it always does, like it always will. There is no winning, there is only pushing forward, over and over again. Regardless of how many times we sink down, we swim back up. Regardless of how many times the boulder rolls down the hill, we gather ourselves and we push forward, as if we were trapped in eternal limbo. Or perhaps there is another way. Perhaps if we go back to that maze, to that labyrinth of ourselves, there might be something there. If we look hard enough, if we check every nook and cranny in the back of our minds, if we upend every obstacle, flip every stone, turn every lever, switch every button, and shift every stick, there might be a hidden door there, somewhere. Behind it, there might be a spark, one that brings us closer to the truth. One that rids our minds of that alluring, intangible voice that beckons us forward. One that extinguishes the light that blinds us with purpose. It is true, we cannot win, but maybe it was never about winning. Maybe it was about something else, about never playing. So we tear at the cable that feeds the voice and the light with power. We tear and tear and tear until finally it gives away and rips out of its socket. And just as everything quiets and the world goes dark, we ask ourselves one last time, have we cheated the game, or have we been played once again?